This is Josiah Plays Tyranny. Okay, we're in the middle of talking to Tunok. He's kind of putting us on trial a little bit here, and we need to answer for what we've done. He's not super amused that we resolved the Edict of Storms with a loophole. Also, not thrilled that we didn't kill the baby. So what am I going to say in response? Oh shit, oh shit, number 3. Oh shit, lore 75. Kairos is fallible. Boom! That is some shit to say right there. Oh god. That's like when you go to your sentencing hearing and you're like, hey, guess what? This whole court sucks and you're a terrible fucking judge. Right? Like, if you just said that shit to the judge right before your sentencing, that would be a bad idea, is my point. When you go to your sentencing hearing, you know what you do? You kiss ass. You kiss ass. You say, Your Honor, at the end of every fucking sentence. You make it very clear that you have mad respect for that court when you go to your sentencing hearing. Because if you don't, you are going to get the highest fucking sentence possible. Alright. Lure 75, let's fucking do this. If the Overlord's will can be overcome by a legal loophole, don't you see the implication? Kairos is fallible. Boom. The bad news is I'm about to be executed for my crimes. The good news is I gained 6 lore experience. Woohoo. Fate Binder Callio says, Your Honor, I move that this statement be stricken from the record on grounds of falsehood. Oh, don't be such a kiss-ass. Fucking Callio, I thought you were cool. You're not cool. You're not Coolio, that's for sure. You're Callio, like, I don't know. Well, whatever. I tried to think of something clever to say right there and I couldn't. So fuck you. Tunon weighs the matter while studying you in silence.
Ever since you arrived at the Tears, you have proven stubbornly tight-lipped. Your speech is often stilled as if by some great terror or apprehension. Can you even answer for this anomaly, or are you too simple to manage it?
What the fuck is he talking about? That's not true. This shit is bugged or something. I have never glared silently in the entire game. I have almost never picked Say Nothing. Almost never. Maybe once or twice in the whole game. I always say some shit. Why is he saying this? Although Say Nothing is some funny shit to say right now. I'm irritated. Reactivity of the game, broken. Never mind. Terrible game. Do not buy. Don't buy any products by Obsidian ever again. No, just kidding. Obsidian's great. This game's great. You should buy it. But still, I'm not thrilled by this right here, because this is incorrect reactivity. Incorrect. In my dispensation of justice, I find it most useful to let others do the talking, while I observe and allow them to incriminate themselves. That is as ridiculous an excuse as I've ever...
No, Callio, I'm going to allow this. That is a better justification than I had expected. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity.
I mean, the Bible says be slow to speak and quick to listen. And that's some pretty good advice, whether you believe in the Bible or not. It's good advice. If you do that, people will think you're smart. They'll think you're wise. Because if you just run your mouth all the time, then everyone knows you're an idiot. Isn't there another quote? Who's it from? There's a quote that goes like, better to stay silent and be thought an idiot or whatever than open your mouth and remove all doubt, or something like that. That's not the exact quote, obviously, I butchered the quote, but it's something like that, and it's from somebody famous. Maybe Benjamin Franklin, maybe some philosopher, I don't know. Can't remember. I agree, Scumsave. It was inappropriate. I don't appreciate that tune on. I'd like to make a motion. I move the court to strike that inappropriate question. It's better to be silent and thought a fool than open one's mouth and be proven one. Yeah, something like that, Saito. Exactly. That's the quote. Who said it, though? Who's that attributed to? Or is it one of those ones where they don't really know and it's been attributed to lots of different people sort of deals? Bible also says to run gay people through with tent poles. Does it say that? That's bad. Yeah. I feel like one should pick and choose when it comes to things like that. Kind of like a big old bowl of like weird ass party mix. You should root through there and pick out the things in the party mix that you like to eat. Don't just grab a big fistful and shove it all in your mouth, because there's some nasty stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what kind of party mix I'm talking about. There's always one or two things in that mix that's fucking gross. Why they put them in there, I don't know. They're just filler, or they're just there to troll you or whatever. And there's always one or two things in the party mix that's gross, and if you just shove a fistful of that shit in your mouth, you regret it afterwards. But if you pick out the nice things, the cashews and the fucking, you know, the nice little, like, pieces of Chex or whatever, or the, you know, maybe those little awesome little rye crisps or whatever is in there that's good, you can get some good shit out of that party mix. But don't just eat a fistful of it without being discriminating. That, to me, is pretty much my point of view on the Bible, and by extension, basically any religious text. Pick out the good stuff. Don't shove a fistful of it in your mouth. Kids. Josiah teaches kids about religion. Alright. Anyway, let's move on. What's happening in my chat? Marky Mark first said it in the Funky Bunch. Makes sense. Seems legit. They got those good vibrations. Chocolate-covered jalapenos sound awful. Sounds awful.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake? Or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
Okay, first, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna let you finish. No, not gonna go into that joke. Here's the deal, Tunon, okay? I wasn't brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements. I was brought to this campaign to make sure that that Ascension Hall was taken by a certain day. That's it. That's what I was brought here to do. Not adjudicate disagreements, but fucking put the lead in those fuckers and get Ascension Hall taken by a certain day. That's all. Was Ascension Hall taken by a certain day? Hold on. Let's check the evidence. Yep, it was. In other words, I did what I was supposed to do. Now, we got a little bit of Planescape Torment right here with some big fat list of dialogue options. I love to see this. I feel like every dialogue should just have this big fat list, like 6 to 12 things, and some of them long like this, so that you can really choose what you want to say. A bunch of puppets warned against kids just eating random shit. They sang, "Don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you stuff it in your face, don't you stuff it in your face." You are making that up, Saito. Citation needed. Evidence, or get the fuck out of here with that. That's not true. Alright, whatever harm I've done, Archons have committed 100-fold. That's a terrible defense. I did some bad shit, but other people did worse shit. That's not a good defense. Do not try that one, kids. If you're ever on trial, if you're in court, and the judge asks you if you have anything else you'd like to say before you're sentenced, or before the court renders its verdict, do not say, other people did worse shit. Terrible defense. Recognize the Archon's corruption from the start. It's only a matter of time before they turn on each other. I was prepared. Okay, that one's decent. Join the conquest for the glory of Kairos, but I'm less certain that the Archons did for the same reason. That's shaky. It's okay, maybe, but it's sort of a gamble. You're not seriously weeping over the failed campaign to this backwoods land of savages. Kairos can send more troops in a fortnight. Nope, too disrespectful. You credit me with starting a Civil War adjudicator, I'm flattered. That one's a little bit sassy. Okay, number 5 is one of the ones that I could possibly see Seraphina saying, depending on how sassy she's feeling right now. Number 3, she could possibly say. Number 2 seems like the strongest option here. But number 5 is too much fun, though. I gotta go with number 5. I'm feeling sassy. I'm a fucking Archon. I cast edicts. Did you just link to that shit? Thanks for the host, Surikor. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Surikor. How you doing, Surikor? Alright. You credit me with starting a civil war. Adjudicator, I'm flattered. No, just with dismantling a lawful war. Tune on motions for silence. I don't think he's amused.
I judge you with failing to execute the most basic duties of your station. Don't make the mistake of inflating your importance in the court's eyes.
Okay. I don't really need to inflate my importance. I'm a fucking Archon, named so by Kairos. I cast edicts. My importance isn't inflated. I'm motherfucking important. Like, factually. You want the evidence on that?
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Okay. Closing remarks. This is when you tell them, fuck you, your court sucks. Ooh, I challenge you to a trial by combat. That's fucking awesome! I'm not gonna do it, because it doesn't fit my character at all, but it's awesome. Strive to bring peace and order. Okay, number 1 sounds strongly Seraphina-like. War and conflict, change the face. I'm the hammer that pounds. No. Kairos' peace is a lie. Okay. The better overlord stands before you, ready to define justice as she sees fit. Wow. That one is fucking ambitious. I just wanted to say that I don't recognize this court's authority to judge me. Thank you. Oh! There's some good options here. There's some good ones here. Oh, man. Okay. I have to say number 1. Because I defined my character in the beginning of this playthrough. I explained what her personality is going to be like and who she is. And it's very obvious that number 1 is what my character would say. But some of these other ones are super tempting. Number 4 is great. Number 3 is great. Number 5 is great. Other playthroughs, I'll choose some of these other ones. Because I'm going to make each one of my characters have a different personality on the playthroughs so that I can choose different things. Though I have ever strived to bring peace and order to this shattered region, I recognize that our work is an uphill battle and well worth the struggle.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious. After weighing the charges, this court finds you guilty of all charges.
Fuck.
It is this court's opinion that you are a seditious mastermind, a scheming derelict, and a traitor bent on sowing the destruction of the Northern Empire. The sentence is death.
Okay, hold up. Wait. Here's what I want to know. Because it says Tune On Wrath 4. Now, I've gained no wrath with Tune On in this whole conversation. All my Tune On wrath was gained earlier. When I talked to him earlier. So, is the result of this trial based completely on your wrath with Tune On that you got from earlier? Does it even make any difference how I answered the questions in this thing? Yeah, he wanted me dead from the outset. I feel like this was just a fucking kangaroo court. Like, no matter what, he just asked me these questions for the sake of going through the motions, but he was gonna fucking judge me this way no matter what. I don't feel like there's any way my character could have... Yeah, I think you're right, Scum Save. I don't think anything during this dialogue would have saved me, based on my actions and stuff from earlier in the game. So I'm about to get jacked. We shall see about that, Adjudicator.
Hubris in the face of annihilation. My court and the world at large are better rid of you, wretched thing. Blood and Mark, execute her.
Okay. How's this gonna go? What's up, BM? Casually strides forward, while fucking emoting a whole paragraph of nonsense at me. Blood and Mark emerges from the shadows behind you. He steps forward with purpose, his daggers drawn. I'll say nothing and prepare to fight. Seems more dignified. This guy really thinks he can take me, huh? Beat Tune On and Blood and Mark. Tune On has sentenced you to death for your actions in the Tears. You must defeat him and Blood and Mark to claim the Tears as your own. I feel like this is the end of the game. I totally should have done these things first. I'm going to be reloading. Is he involved in the fight? I don't think he is. I don't think they are either. So it's just this guy. He's got some nice defenses, though. Alright, Blood and Mark. Oh, he's going after Siren. No, we can't have that. Can't have that. Let's taunt him right out the gate. Wait, what's my percentage? 82? What if I use this? 72. Okay, use this. Siren back up. Ebb back up. Seraphina back up.
Not happening.
Immune to taunted? What shit is this? Alright. Let's try that. Time to throw down the banner.
You got it.
Game's frozen. Game is frozen. What did he just do? Shadow Wave? Where's my banner? Is it here? I don't even see a banner on the screen. Oh, is that what... Oh, now he's way the fuck over there. Alright, well that's cute.
You got it.
Get hurt. I'm a healing aura myself. Where's the banner? If I can get him on verse, that'll be great. Alright, let's start wrecking this fucker. Giant boulder, motherfucker! We're gonna summon the little nightmare
You
guy.
got it. Bleed out, you little shit.
A lot of nonsense pausing of the game is that we're kind of kicking his ass, actually. Kind of kicking his ass. Sun Spear. Aria of Nightmares is still happening. What's the best one of these to cast? Thunderstorm.
Not a problem, boss.
Suspended. There's my embodied nightmare. Hey, she just leveled up. That's convenient. Finesse. I don't know. Vengeful Pitch, I guess. I have Despair, I guess. Alright, Verse. Just stick on him. Stick on him. Wait, can I? Can I? I can attack them? I got a 100% chance. Bodied Nightmare is here. That's, what happened to my Sun Spear? Thunderstorm. Prime Spike.
You got it.
Oh, he's fighting the Nightmare. Nice. Why is Verse fucking around? Alright, we're kicking his ass. This is kind of a joke, actually. Kicking his ass. He's not even touching us, really. Oh. Let's go... Mantle of Flames. Let's go... Aria of Storms. Let's go... Culmination.
You got it. Hey! Nobody saw.
Alright, we're wrecking this dude. Wrecking. Oh, he's immune to taunt, and he's immune to stun. That's pretty rad. Let's try... Oh, I forgot! This is a boss fight! I should be using... Well, no, I might have to do another boss fight against Tunon right after this, so... Let's try Spurting Blood on him. And let's blast him with Ball Lightning.
I'm on it.
This guy's kind of unimpressive. Oh, he just put a wound on her. That's rude. He just got healed, too. Alright. He's in it to win it. He's in it to win it. Right, Brand.
I'm on it.
Alright, he's starting to hurt Siren quite a bit. Badly injured.
You got it. Bleed out, you little shit.
Frag weapon. First will just... Oh, he's almost dead now. We've almost got him again.
Such a
Did we get him? Surrendered. So he's done. What a punk. Okay, hold on. Let me look at my chat for a second. I have to scroll up a little bit. People said a bunch of stuff while I was doing that. In your playthrough, it didn't go to fighting. Well, yeah, but you'd probably done different stuff throughout the game. I feel like the reason it went to fighting is because of the stuff I did throughout the game, not the stuff that happened in that conversation. It shows all the plot points that wouldn't piss Toon off out. Time to drop the banner. Oh, I should have said that. You're right, Saito. That would have been way better. Yeah, time when the Tunoth wrath got racked up was when he kept asking Tunon about what's under his mask. The Civil War thing definitely pissed him off. You think if I redid the trial, I could get a different outcome? Yeah, don't tell me. You'd think Tune on the others would help Bled and Mark out instead of just sit there, right? I think Tunon was getting tired of Blood and Mark's Edgelord bullshit. Edgelord bullshit. Yeah, why would the court allow a party of 4 immensely powerful beings to stand in unison without more bailiffs and assorted guards around? I know, right? Well, I'm gonna reload the save anyway because I want to do the other. I want to go to the other places first. I'm absolutely reloading the save and redoing all this. This one was for science. I wanted to see what happens if you come here first. Golden glowering eyes, wide with surprise. The Archon tumbles to the ground, coughing blood as dark as the shadows that billow and ebb around him. He clutches at his shattered ribs and grins.
Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime.
Yeah, go down, Edgelord. He gasps. Even as he dies, he's got to do several fucking MMO RPG closing paragraph emotes at us. He gasps, drowning as his lungs fill with blood. The light in his eyes dims as his pupils seep blackness, expanding to fill the whole of his eyes. A look of meaning passes between you, his fingers digging into the ground.
Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me. This brightness is blinding.
Loot, please.
Headsman, his life was not yours to take.
Apparently it was. By the way, I'm an Archon, son. I cast edicts, and I kill other Archons pretty easily, by the way. That wasn't even hard. At all. Behind Tunon's anger, you detect a more subtle reaction. Disbelief.
This is your end, student. No mercy for traitors. Only the cold embrace of the grave.
We shall see, Adjudicator. Oh, good.
I'm not here.
Now the real boss fight. You defeated Blood and Mark, your powers increased. How does that help me at this point? Who cares if my power is increased? Alright, so here's Tunon. He's got some legit defenses. Look at that, 204 magic defense. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. If your name... What is he even casting? Judgment of Traitors. If your name is not Verse, get the fuck away from him. If your name is Verse, run over here. Run over here and light him on fire. 79%. What if I do this? 61%. Not great. Light him on fire. If your name is Seraphina, it's time to start using all the cool shit. It's time to start using the cool shit. Never mind. Whatever I said to do a second ago, fuck that. Instead, use Stalwart Surge. Ab, run over here and use Storm Wheel. Siren, what do you got that's cool? Steadfast Stance, Sun's Rage. Yeah, use that. What's she got? Orb of Life, I don't need that right now. Start using all the crazy shit. Wow, we just did some cool oh, dude, what did he do to Seraphina? Critically hit her for 56 with Judgment of Traitors. Alright. Just took a wound. That's rude. Heal up. Honestly, fuck it. I don't even need to heal myself. Okay, everybody back up a little bit. First, I'm gonna need you to... Oh, he's probably immune to taunt. We're gonna try it anyway, just to see. She's stunned for a long time. He's immune to stun, which is some bullshit. Let's send the nightmare guy out again.
Come and dance with me.
Immune to taunted. Of course he is. Of course he is.
You got it.
Okay, nightmare guy is out. Bicycle storm in. Scorching missiles. Skewer.
Count on it. Bleed out, you little shit.
He's calling upon some shit to consume us. But that's not cool. I don't want anything to consume us, so I'm gonna have to say a big no thank you to that. Giant boulder! Gonna have to say a big old no thank you to that.
I'll tear your skeleton out.
Let's use Chromatic Arrow!
Out by your ass.
Please don't miss this time, Chromatic Arrow. I was very disappointed in you last time. Disappointed in you last. We're whittling him down with all of our spells and stuff.
Do I really need to?
What did Chromatic Arrow do? Activates Chromatic Arrow. Deactivates Chromatic Arrow. What? Did it hit him or what? She just activated it, and then nothing happened, and then she deactivated it. What the shit was that? Alright, let's use this big combo ability. Doradus' Embrace.
You ready?
Ooh, he just did that to us. Oh my god, I picked the best possible time to do Tyranny' Embrace. Alright, whatever he's doing right there is very rude.
Count on it.
Let's fulminate. And let's get him with this. Healing Aura is up. What does this thing do? It creates a zone of restorative energy. Yes, I want that. I want a zone of restorative energy in my life. Ooh, he just did some big shit! He's using his dailies. Alright, Siren just got wrecked. Siren just got wrecked. He's almost dead, though. He's almost dead.
You got it.
Alright, we've got a zone of restorative energy now. Let's use this bad boy. Death from above.
We can do this.
And Rhyme Spike him again. And Jaws of the Earth him again.
Hey, I totally saw that.
We got him! We got him! Tunon was not convinced of your service to Kairos' Fatebinder and sentenced you to death by his hand. However, you proved that you were far deadlier than Tunon and Bledenmark combined. Stand trial for your actions in the tears. We got him.
I would speak with you one last time. We should not allow a formality as trifling as death to stand between master and pupil. The void can wait.
Alright, hold on. What do we have going on here? Self because of the wrath, equal favor. As he dies, he writes a poem in his blood which uses the word black 15 times. Kills Archons and doesn't afraid of anything. Serp IT writes a huge thing with lots of uses of the word black, many times using the word black. He's a gentleman and a scholar. Good job, Serp. What's up with the two useless bailiffs? A little help here? Not our job. I know, right? Tunon dies because he's unwilling to force his two Fatebinders to work during their Kairos-mandated 15-minute break. Alright, so Tunon just got wrecked. On hard difficulty, quote-unquote. Hard. Sure, he's harder on Path of the Damned. Alright, he just said the void can wait. This guy's like, I can die another day. He's like singing that Madonna song, Die Another Day, based on the James Bond movie. Though his face reflects no visible change, you nevertheless get the impression that Tunon is wincing. Say what you will, Adjudicator.
I have only this to say. Justice is more than words on parchment or tablets of law. Some may call it arbitrary or needless, as if mere words could diminish its importance. There is greater meaning behind such things than you can ever know. Justice has sustained me this long. Kairos is not ignorant of that power, and I suggest that you remember what I imparted. Let my example show the way to greater truths about authority, and the root from which it stems. Farewell, Fatebinder.
Okay, Tunon, sure. I mean, I thought you were a cool guy until you sentenced me to death. Then, you know, that kind of put a strain on our relationship. Tunon raises his arms up high, and he waves them like he just don't care, and looks at the ceiling of his court. With a flash of arcane power, the Archon is no more. Kairos' puppet is no more. Of course she does! Everybody has to... Oh my god! Of course she does. She pounds her staff to the ground in triumph for the nth time. Yeah, that would be funny if that happened against Saito. If I met something like the Alpine Dragon in this game and it kicked my ass. This is a great symbolic victory. We have smashed the public face of Kairos' lawful and legitimate control of the tiers. This will be remembered as a day of liberation. The funny thing about that is, okay, I read the guidebook to this game, and they were talking about the Bastard City, and how before Tunon came, everything was really shitty in the Bastard City, and there was a lot of poverty, and inequality, and crime, and corruption, and people living in misery, right? And after Tunon came and restructured everything, and got rid of all the corrupt people, things were great in the Bastard City, and everybody was really happy, and they loved Tunon because he was actually governing really, really well and made things so much better in the Bastard City. It's so funny that now we're like, we killed this tyrant. Yay, the people are going to be so happy. No, the people are going to be pissed because Tunon was doing a great job governing them. He completely basically saved the city and made it way better. And now we just came in here and killed his ass. Yeah, I managed to beat the Alpine Dragon after a few tries. But I did have to talk my way out of, what's her name? Consul Hod, or whatever her name was. The Archmage that had the 2 dragons with her. Yeah, had to talk my way out of that one. This is incredible, Fatebinder. We just destroyed Kairos' personal judge and executioner. If there was any doubt of your power, it is gone now. See, and Siren's the one that said the most good shit about me during the trial. Siren, you and me, homies forever. Archon bros. Archon fist bump. Me and Siren. You non-Archons kick rocks. That's Korra's justice for you. No matter how tall you may stand, someone below is eager to watch you fall. I mean, I tried fighting it, Serp. I did try fighting it, but it was just too hard for me. I mean, I could have thrown myself at it over and over again and eventually beat it. But I wanted to just talk my way out of it anyway. Did I just win the game? Apparently not. I can collect loot! I can collect loot from all 3 Archons! Hells yes. Look how much loot there is! That's like multiple artifacts I just got. Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool. Powers increase. You acquire the Peacemaker. The Face of Judgment. Ash's Favor. And some gems, just in case you didn't have enough money at this point. But see, I should have gone and killed both Archons before this. I do need to reload, though. Because if I screwed myself out of an entire area of getting to go after Graven Ash myself, instead of just having him summoned here and killed in front of me. So I'm still going to reload, so that I can go kill both of them before I come here and do this. But then again, then I don't get this loot until Ash's Favor. This medallion is typically gifted to the most proven and decorated officers of the disfavored legion. It represents the eternal gratitude and love of Graven Ash, Archon of War. Alright, that's okay. I don't really see us wearing that. Where did the Fatebinders go? Peacemaker. This was Graven Ash's weapon. Masterwork, two-hander, oppressing. -4 might on crit, push on crit, does blade storm, release blades of swirling death. The energy within Peacemaker covers the area with lightning, dealing slash and shock damage to all nearby enemies. Damage scales with Peacemaker's renown. Before he became an Archon, Graven Ash wielded Peacemaker in service to his king. See you later, Captain Kickass. Have a good one. See you next time. Each of the great northern warlords was gifted a weapon of extraordinary power, and all of them, save this one, are said to hang in Kairos' trophy gallery. In spite of its age, the iron is lovingly preserved and treated with regular applications of oil. The word absolution is carved on the length of the haft in runes that predate Kairos' dominion. It can be inferred that Ashe added this personal touch after his fall to disfavor, though he would never achieve what he sought. The great general kept Peacemaker close at all times, and shared its history with no one. Legends dating back centuries imply that its lightning-wreathed head changed its aspect every 100 years, cycling between fire, water, storm, and grave light in no discernible order. Even the name, Peacemaker, is a topic of scrutiny. The name only became a matter of record after Ashe surrendered to Kairos, implying that Ashe made his peace when he laid the hammer at Kairos' feet. But that's badass. Somebody's got to have that to use its special power. Sun Lance. Why does she even have this Blood Chanter stat? We'll give Peacemaker to her.
Power. Let's put
She
it
looks
to use.
ridiculous wielding that giant thing. Then we have Rule of Law. Two-handed, exquisite, magic staff. Immunity to blinded. 10% extra will defense. Tunon's gavel is heavier than it looks. The adjudicator must have been strong to hold it suspended above the ground for so many years. Rule of Law was an extension of Tunon's will. He brought this weapon to bear in the deliverance of Kairos' judgment. Some of its power seems to have departed along with the adjudicator, but it remains a steadfast and intimidating weapon. But that thing's nice. ScumSave says, I don't find the story here to be as compelling as PoE. Do you feel differently? I do feel differently. I find the story to be more compelling in this game than Pillars of Eternity. Probably largely due to the setting, and the characters, and the factions. Do the kill them first option during your wildcard playthrough. See you later, Syrup IT. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting. See you next time. Have a good one. So this is pretty nice. Now I am the judge. Now we've got the Binding of Shadows. Heavy armor, really? He was wearing heavy armor. Blood Mark, I would have assumed he was a light armor guy. It's heavy armor, it's unarmed attack, shade skin, minus 10% all damage taken. That's a nice tank item right there. You get it? It's like heavy as the head that wears the crown, but with a gavel. Right. You mean you're talking about Rule of Law? Because it's heavy? This gives you Shadow's Embrace. Shift into a shadow version of yourself. While in this form, deal bonus arcane damage with each attack and gain bonus damage reduction. These effects scale with the Binding of Shadows renown. This bracer, once worn by Bled Mark, is made of an unfamiliar substance, part velvet soft darkness and part hardened insect chitin. It is said that the darkness is more oppressive when an Archon of Shadows walks the face of Tyrannus. The magic stemming from his power draws on the substance of the shadows with an air of welcome and invitation, treating the dark less as something more than an arcane force. As such, a bracer that allows the wearer to embody their darker self has overtones of danger and risk. Just looking at it too closely causes your vision to swim and sends a wave of nausea rolling through your gut. Wave of nausea rolling through your gut. The only person who would conceivably wear that is Verse. But if she wears that, she loses 21% deflection and 15% precision. No, nobody's wearing this. Nobody's wearing this shit. No, that needs to go away. Finally, there's the Face of Judgment. Artifact ability. Head. Render judgment. When critically hit, I do an AoE attack of corrode damage around me. Judge an enemy, freezing them in a solid block of ice. While in this state, they are unable to take any actions. These effects scale with the Face of Judgment's renown. See, at first I was thinking, why did we get all these super cool items at the very end of the game? You're hardly going to get to use them. But then I thought, wait a minute. There's probably going to be an expansion or a DLC, just like with Pillars of Eternity. So then you'll get to use all the cool items in that. And then I was happy. Okay. We freeze a motherfucker. This mask of stern and unforgiving iron was previously worn by Tunon the Adjudicator as a symbol of impartiality. Even before he assumed his mantle of Archon and Lawbringer, Tunon's obsession with fair procedure extended to his face, which he did not trust to audience a trial without expressing some unintended bias. This mask replaced a previous variation made of wood, and was assigned to Tunon when he became the Archon of Justice. In keeping with Tunon's severity, his mask is extremely uncomfortable. How he wore this for uninterrupted centuries is a mystery. His mask is nothing if not an extension of one of his core philosophies, that everyone should feel protected under Kairos' law, but no one should feel safe. What? That's stupid. Why should no one feel safe? Boom. Now I'm Tunon, motherfuckers. Wow, with the mask and everything. Can't really, well, you can kind of see it. I think I'm still going to hide it, but do I even want to wear this? I lose a lot of deflection and accuracy, and all I really get out of it, I mean, I get this ability that I can use once in a while. I'll hold on to it, but I don't know that I'll actually wear it. Blood and Mark's denim jacket of emotional anguish. I assume they're going to have DLC and or expansion after the main game. Yeah, the only things I fought in the entire Gamescom save are humans and Bane. I know that theoretically you can fight beast people if you piss them off or choose to attack them, but I never fought any. Because I know. Oh, I did fight 3 of them during that Trial of Champions or whatever the hell it was. So I did get to fight like 3 beast men or beast women or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. What does my quest log say now? Reputations. How's my reputation going with Graven Ash? With Tunon? How much favor I have with Tunon considering I just killed him. With Blood and Mark. Tunon was appalled by you killing him. The iron mask worn by Tunon the Adjudicator until his death at your hands. The battle mace wielded by Graven Ash as he conquered the tears in Kairos' name. I like the artifacts in this game. They're very cool. You prove that you are far deadlier than Tunon and Blood and Mark combined. Okay. So basically, if you come here first, you can cancel one of these 2 things. Because you can have the person summoned. Of course, he could have been found not guilty. I could have fucked that up on purpose. Or not on purpose. I could have just fucked it up. And had him found not guilty. I wonder what happens then. If you accuse, you know, if I'm like, Graven Ash sucks. He's really guilty of stuff. But then I don't offer any evidence. What happens then? Do they just tell me I suck and nothing happens? Or do they bring him here and I have to fight him in a trial by combat or something? Or does nothing happen? I don't know. They need to fix the difficulty of the game, says Unbending Spirit. You mean they need to make it harder? Yeah, Magic is OP as fuck. That's true. They're not going to patch in Friendly Fire. They specifically said. Well, you never know what they'll do. They might. They might patch it in as an option that people could turn on. I don't like Friendly Fire. You say just go after voices and end this playthrough and you'll have more content for the next playthrough. Well, maybe. Or maybe not. We don't know what I'll actually be allowed to do on the next playthrough with the various permutations of how the plot twists and turns. Maybe. Where did everybody go? All the people that were here. Basically, the reason why, as I understand it, is lots of people said they didn't even bother with most of the AoE spells in PoE because it was such a pain in the ass. You could almost never get very many targets in it because of Friendly Fire. And so they wanted to have all these big, flashy, awesome AoE spells in this game with huge areas of effect and everything, and they wanted them to feel really powerful and cool. And they knew that if they had Friendly Fire in the game, people would be very disincentivized to even use those spells because you'd basically never get to use them and target very many enemies with them because everybody's always all intermingled and you wouldn't want to hit your own people. So then people wouldn't want to use the spells as much and they wouldn't be as cool and fun, so then they just got rid of Friendly Fire. That's basically how I understand it. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to save. Now, I'm assuming I can just go wherever the fuck I want right now. Well, you know, not wherever I want, but I can go back to my spires if I want. I can go to Halfgate for some reason. Go to Old Wall's Breach. I can go back to my spires. I can't go to Iron Hearth, but I can go to Cacophony. And that's probably where the game will end. I go to Cacophony last. But I feel like I don't want to do that. I really want to go to Iron Hearth this time. So now I've just saved, okay? So I can come back to this save if there's a reason to. But I think I'm going to load. Now I'm going to load. Actually, I'm going to end this episode, and then I'll do that other stuff. So, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching the stream, I'm not done playing. I'm going to keep playing for a while. But if you are watching on YouTube, that's the end of this episode. So, thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Tyranny.